Hello and welcome to another video from Between the Ropes TV. Now, we've got a bit of a different video for you guys. Obviously, it's a monumental week, it's a historic week, but because of the significance of the fight that's going to be happening on Saturday, you've got the Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall all-female card. Is this the biggest female fight that we've had? Or is it Taylor and Serrano? So the boys are going to debate it, and I'm going to go to Yas first. Yas, you tell me which one's the bigger occasion.
Yeah, big shout out to all the viewers. Thank you for tuning in to us. Like, comment, subscribe to Between the Ropes TV on Instagram and YouTube. Thank you for the question, Ray. Me personally, obviously they're both great fights, and as we talk about in previous videos and stuff, women are really showing up the men's boxing right now. But hey, that's a topic for another day. I think that the Taylor Serrano fight is was a much bigger fight than this one. No disrespect to Claressa and Marshall, but my reasons for that, are because just look at the magnitude of the fight. You had Serrano, who was like a 7-division world champion, and that fight was originally scheduled to be held at Matchroom headquarters, right? It ended up selling out MSG. Now, obviously, this fight with Claressa and Marshall is obviously at the O2, and I just feel like Ray has previously said, Claressa Shields does not sell tickets like that. So, and this fight literally packed out MSG. It was it's a historical event, and don't get me wrong, September 10th between these two will be a historical event as well. But also, it was just a different level. For example, the event was sold out. Yeah, the 7-division world champion in Serrano versus Katie Taylor. Serrano went in with the higher knockout ratio. She had about 66%, and Taylor had like a 28% knockout ratio. So it was like a boxer versus puncher kind of fight, and it really did live up to expectation. And they both delivered on the night.
That round 5, yeah, absolutely epic. Josh, how do you counter that though? Because surely you've got to take the significance of the occasion, the fact that Claressa Shields is undisputed in 2 weight categories as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree with everything Yas said, and anyone who's watched this channel long term knows I've been like absolutely clambering for that Taylor Serrano fight, and it didn't disappoint. But for me, what's actually tipped Shields Marshall above it, and it'd be a split decision, I've got to be honest, but it's the card. The fact that Sky, Boxer, and even Top Rank and DAZN have been involved in terms of Vanguard and Mayer as a chief support. It's an undisputed main event. It's a title unification chief support, and then that GB talent, and we know it's left-hand heavy. We appreciate that. But that talent that's out, and the fact that they've put the money in, and it's an all-women's card. And also, for me, equally as impressive, the fact that Sky haven't thought, right, it's 2022, women's boxing's on the definitely in a period of serious growth. People will pay for this pay-per-view, because let's be honest, it's the sort of thing with the Sky Sports machine behind it. They could have very easily put it at pay-per-view. I'm not saying they could have done $26.95 like Usyk Joshua the other week, but they could have very easily done it at, I don't know, $14.95, not a problem, and everybody gets paid more money. But the fact that they've really backed it for me and kept it is, it's I know you still pay for Sky, but it's free, it's part of your subscription to Sky. That, all those things for me just tip it slightly, because I think a big reason why Taylor Serrano was as big as it was in the end was the fact that, in fairness to Eddie Hearn and Jake Paul, you couldn't go on YouTube or social media without seeing Jake Paul and Eddie Hearn, or one or the other, on a different American talk show. If you want a lesson in boxing promotion, in fairness, they did it that week, didn't they? They were everywhere. And I think, Katie Taylor's definitely said since, the fact that they really couldn't have sold that fight anymore sort of took the pressure off her a little bit, because although she still did a bit, she didn't have to do all that media herself, because obviously Eddie for her, Jake Paul for Serrano was off doing it for them. And I just think if you had the sort of salesman and the people involved with this fight, because, Ben Shalom's done some great things, but let's be honest, he's no Eddie Hearn, and he's not got the platform of Jake Paul. If you had those people selling this fight to that degree, then I think it wouldn't even be that close, to be totally honest. And let's not forget, we had Eddie Hearn making that noise around this fight when he was Savannah Marshall's promoter. So I am madly excited for Saturday, and for me, it shields Marshall on a split decision.
But do you think this card would still have the same magnitude, about with the same aura, if it was held in the States, Josh?
Who's the promoter? If with Ben Shalom, definitely not.
It's just a card, really. I guess it doesn't matter who the
As
promoter
a card,
was.
probably not. No, because the American atmosphere, and don't get me wrong. I know over in America they have ESPN and they have a news channel and stuff, but you can't go on Sky Sports News this week without seeing stuff for Claressa Shields or Savannah Marshall, and that for me, always gives it that big fight feel. And obviously Eddie Hearn at the time was vocal about Sky not backing Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano and not really talking about it. But the fact that they still managed to make that a big fight in America, for me, that was incredibly impressive. But we're in the UK. The Sky Sports machine is behind this one. And, with the whole history of the card, it just tips it for me.
Okay. All right. And yes, I'll just give you a final point very quickly. How Josh touched upon it, but how instrumental was it, the fact that Jake Paul was able to pay Amanda Serrano a 7-figure purse? Just how important was that, not just for Amanda Serrano, but for women's boxing? Surely that must have an impact on how big that fight was.
100%. It obviously got so many people behind it, and it obviously gave like that push. Obviously, because we know women's boxing is on a good trajectory right now. Like, it's growing at a good rate, and it obviously encouraged like all the younger talents, maybe in America or the UK, to push themselves proper and get themselves involved. So of course it would have increased participation in women's boxing, and it would have promoted it, because someone like Jake Paul, this guy's making headlines every week on YouTube, so one way or another. Maybe about fighting Tommy Fury, maybe about doing this, maybe about doing that. He's got such a big platform, and he's such a smart, he's such a good self-promoter. So, like, of course, anyone who he pushes or promotes, they're going to get mad publicity, mad numbers, etc. So that was very instrumental, and it proved to women that, look, yeah, if you can put the work in and reach the pinnacle of women's boxing, you can get paid the same levels that the men boxers are being paid.
Excellent. Great. Well, there you have it, guys. You've got 2 split answers there. Let us know what you think by putting your comments in the comment section. Guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.